Hey guys, welcome back to YT Classroom. Hope you are doing good. So today we are looking at 0580 paper 42 from May-June 2023. Let's start. So the first question that said the diagram shows an isosceles triangle with the base extended. Find the value of x. So for an isosceles triangle, this angle, the base angles are equal. So 180 minus 42 gives 138. 180 minus 42 gives us 138. 138 divided by 2 gives us 69, and if we do 180 minus 69, it would give us 180 minus 69 would give us 111. So that's going to be the answer for this question. Let's move on. Now the diagram shows three lines meeting at a point. The ratio A is to B is to C is 3 is to 4 is to 5. Find the value of C. So we know that the entire angle is going to be 360. So 360 divided by 3 plus 4 plus 5 as that is a rule for the ratios. So if we do 360 divided by 12, it's going to be 30. And since for the C it's 5, so we do 5 into 30, which gives us 150 degrees. A regular pentagon has an exterior angle D. A regular hexagon has an interior angle H. Find the fraction to your H. Now a pentagon's exterior angle. A pentagon is 5-sided, so if we do 5 minus 2 into 180 divided by 5, it gives us, let's calculate this. So 5 minus 2 into 180 divided by 5 gives us 108. That's an interior angle. An exterior angle would be 180 minus 108, which would be 72. That's for the pentagon. That's D. Alright. And a hexagon is a 6. So 6 minus 2 into 180 divided by 6. So, 6 minus 2 into 180 divided by 6 is equals to 120. So that's our value of H. If we do 72 over 120, it gives us 3 by 5. So that's going to be the answer for this question. Let's move on. Show that PQRS is a cyclic quadrilateral. Now a cyclic quadrilateral, it means that first of all a quadrilateral, all the angles in the quadrilateral must add up to 360, and it's cyclic, so the opposite sides, that means S and Q and P and R, the sum of these angles should be 180. So we know that 2x minus 5, sorry for that, 2x minus 5 plus x plus 20 should equal to 180. 2x plus x is going to be 3x, and negative 5 plus 20 is going to be 15 is 180. 3x is going to be 165, and if we solve this, x gives us 165 divided by 3, which is 55. Alright, so that's the value of x. Now if you put this 55 plus 355 minus 40, what do we get? 55 plus 355 minus 40, it gives us 180. Now what I've done is I'm just checking that is 55 correct for this and this. Hence it is correct, and we get the answer of 180, which is right. And we can also check for this. So if you do 255 minus 5 plus 55 plus 20, it again gives us 180. And if you add up all of them together, that means both the sides, it is a 360, so hence it is a cyclic quadrilateral. Now the diagram shows a circle of a radius 9 cm, center 0. The minor sector AOB with sector angle 50 is removed from the circle. Calculate the length of the major arc AB. The ask us to calculate the length of this, which is an easy task. So first you take the length circumference of the circle, which is going to be 2 times pi times r radius, which is 9, minus you take the circumference, which is here, that is going to be theta, which is 50 over 360. I'm going to put this up in brackets so that you don't confuse with the minus sign, into 2 into pi into 9, and you just put this into your calculator straight. So 2 into pi into 9 minus 50 over 360 into 2 into pi into 9, which gives us around 48.7 centimeters. Alright, so now we're moving to question 2. Now the first part of it, Anil spends $830. Anil changes $830 into euros when the exchange rate is €1 equals to $1.16. He spends €500 and then changes the remaining money back into dollars at the same exchange rate. Work out in dollars how much Anil receives. So first he exchange $830 into how many euros. So for if we divide by 1.16, so 830 divided by 1.16 would give us 715.5172 A tip: it always better to write your full decimal values or the fraction values when you're doing the calculation, or at least save them in the calculator, because further it's not good to round at this point. At the end you can round your answer, otherwise your answers might not be correct when rounded. Now these are the euros amount. He spent 500 of these and then he changes the remaining amount. So if you might subtract 500, it's going to be 215.51. Like, there's still a value. I'm using that in the calculator. I'm not using the exact value here because there's not much space. So 215 euros. He changes the remaining money to dollars. Now if you multiply this amount, 215.51 into 1.16, we get 1.16, we get 250. So $250. Okay, in 2021, Anil earns 37,000. He spends 12,400 on bells. Calculate the percentage of his earning he spends on bells. A fairly easy question. 12,400 over 37,000 into 100, which equals 12,400 divided by 37,000 into 100. It gives us 33.5%. His earnings of 37,000 increased by 3.2%. So when say increase, so it's going to be 103.2%, or 103.2 divided by 100 into 37,000. So 103.2 percentage of 37,000 would give us 38,184. Anil invests 3,000 into an account that pays a rate of 2.4% per year compound interest. Calculate the total interest earned at the rate of 5 years. So a simple formula: 3,500 1 plus 2.4 over 100 into the power of 5. So 3,500 1 plus 2.4 over 100 to the power of 5. Now the value you get here is 3940.649674. But remember, this is the total amount in the account. This is not the interest earned. It includes the interest earned in the initial investment. So you subtract 3,500 with this, and you get 3,500. You get 440.65. So that's going to be 440.65. Find the number of years Anil has at least 5,000 in bank account. So for how many years does he have to keep this amount at the rate of compound interest so that he can get 5,000? So if you just go back to your calculator and to the previous calculation, so you see that for 5 years he's getting 3940. So I'm estimating around 14 years, let's say. So 14 years, if we do 3,500 1 plus 2.4, this is a trial and error question. I'm doing a trial and error method. 14 years is equals to 4878.288. So somewhat close. So let's try 15. 15 gives us 4995, and then 16 would give us 5115. So that's for 16 years. 16 years. Alright guys, so now we're moving on to question number 3. Now the diagram shows a right angle triangle ABC. The area of the triangle is 60 cm squared. Okay, show that 2x squared plus 11x minus 105 is 0. Now the area of this triangle is going to be half of the base, which is 2x plus 5, into the height, which is going to be x plus 3, is equals to 60. Now if you multiply this, 2x times x is going to be 2x squared plus 6x plus 5x plus 15, and I'm taking this to the side, which is like on the other side, so it makes it easier for the calculations. So 16 to 2 is going to be 120. Now 2x squared plus 11x plus 15 is equals to 120, and if you further simplify this, we're bringing the 120 to this side, like subtracting it. 2x squared plus 11x 15 minus 120 is going to be negative 105. Hence we get this answer. Now the next part of this question, again for 3 marks, is solved by factorization. So you can't use the quadratic formula for your easiness. Factorization, that means our sum should be 11 and our product should be negative 105 into 2, which is negative 210. So I think, okay, so for this 10 and 21, so we have two factors which are 10 and 21. You can test them out. I have tried them out, that's why I can say them so confidently. So 2x squared minus 10x plus 21x, because you know that 21 plus 21 minus 10 is basically 11, minus 105 is 0. So 2x, now 2x times x minus 5 plus 21 x minus 5 is 0. So 2x plus 21 and x minus 5 is 0. So x can either be 5 or else 2x plus 21 is 0. So 2x is going to be negative 21 and x is going to be negative 21 divided by 2, negative 10.5. Calculate angle ACB. We are asked to calculate this angle opposite. So we use a tan ratio, opposite over adjacent. Tan minus 1 inverse tan, and then since it's 5, because we're not in the negative value, so 2 into 5 is 10, plus 5 is 15, and 3 plus 5 is 8, so 15 over 8. So tan inverse 15 over 8 would give us 61.9. so that's going to be the answer for this one. Find the size. Okay, triangle ABC is similar to triangle D. They are similar triangles, their length can be different but in the same ratio, the angles are same, and the areas are of course dependent on the same ratio. Triangle DAF has an area of 93.75. Find the size of the smallest angle. Now this angle is going to be same in the triangle ABC. So we calculate 61.9 when we have 90. 180 minus 61. Okay, now we have to take the previous value, so that make sure from this 61.9 take the entire value, not only 61.9. So take this value and add this to 90. Whatever answer is 151. 180 minus that, you get 28.1. so that's going to be the correct answer for this. I hope you understand that importance of using the values as whole and saving them in a calculator, otherwise it can lead to wrong answers, such as you might have 28.0 if you don't do that, and which is wrong. Find the length of the shortest side. Now to find the length of the shortest side, you need to figure out the ratio between, or the scale factor between triangle DEF and triangle ABC. So you have the two areas given, 93.75 divided by 60, and we're square rooting it instead for area. So square root of 93.75 divided by 60 is basically 1.25. And so the shortest length in this one is basically this one, which is 8 cm. So 8 into 1.25, which shall be 10. So 10 cm is the right answer. Alright guys, now we're moving on to question number 4. So the first part of this question says, write down the interval containing the median. So since the data is about 80, the median would be the data containing 40. So 2 plus 13 plus 24 is 39. So plus 32, so the median would be 1.65, and in the group 1.65 and 1.8. Calculate an estimate of the mean height. The mean height would be the midpoint of this times the frequency of this, add them all up together, divided by 80. So it's going to be 1.3 times 2 plus 1.45 times 13 plus, okay, so I think for 1.5 plus 1.65 divided by 2, 1.575. 1.575 into 24. So for 1.6, 1.8 and 1.65 is 1.725 into 32 plus 1.85 into 9. We divide this thing by 80. So solve this thing in your calculators. 1.3 into 2 plus 1.45 into 13 plus 1.575 into 24 plus 1.725 into 32 plus 1.85 into 9 divided by 80, which gives us 1.63875. I guess we can write this down, this value, since it's there in the marking scheme as it is. Although if you write this 365, it's not going to be wrong. One of the children is chosen random. Choose calculate the probability they have a height of 1.4 meters or less. So that's going to be 2 on 80, which is equals to 1 on 40. 1 on 40, since that's 1.4 or less. So you take this symbol and 2. Okay, 2 of the children are picked at random. Calculate, but they both are taller than 1.5, but only 1.5. One of them is taller than 1.8. So you want one who is taller than 1.8. So there are 9 children, 9 out of 80, and the other one will be out of 79 since one is already picked. So he should be taller than 1.5, but less taller than 1.8. So I think this covers this region and this region. So it's 24 plus 32, which is going to be 56. Now if you solve this, 9 on 80 into 56 divided by 79, it's going to give you okay, you need to do this 2 times since it can be in any order. So you need to multiply your results by 2 because this can work in both 2 orders. So it's going to be 63 out of 395. 63 out of 395. Complete the cumulative frequency table. So 2 plus 13 is 15, and 15 plus 24 is 39. 39 plus 32 is 71. 71 plus 9 is 80. Complete the cumulative frequency diagrams. There for 1.4 we have 2, which is going to be somewhere here. This is going to be a difficult one to draw a curve on a diagram, so it's better you practice on your paper with your own hand. 1.5 is 15. 1.65 is 39. 1.871. 71 is here. Okay, so I'm gonna go from here all the way. Yeah, I'm trying my best, but I'm not so good at this. This is not my expertise. I guess I'll just go from the basics. Drawing curved cuts with a stylus is a really tough job. A bit of a bend here. Yes, that's perfect. Now the last 2 sections were not so perfect. Alright, the interquartile range would be around 60, so 1.74. 1.74. The answers for this may vary, and as per the marking scheme it depends on your graph. So if you're doing as per your graph and if your graph is correct, this is correct as well, and it should be on 60 as well as 20, 40, 60. 40 is the mid, yeah, so on 20 as well. So 20 is going to be 1.53. 1.53. If we minus that, 1.74 minus 1.53, it's going to give us 0.21, the 60th percentile. 60 out of 100 on 80. 60 out of 100 on 80 should give us 48. What do we have on 48? 1.69 meters. So yeah. Alright guys, it's time to move on to question number 5. So this question, first part is calculate the volume of the cone, and the formula is given, so it's a pretty easy question. So it's going to be 1 by 3 into pi into r square. Now here remember 8 is the diameter, so you have to take the radius 4 square into height, which is 15. Now if you do this in a calculator, 1 by 3 into pi into 4 square into 15, it gives us 251 to 3 significant figures, so that's going to be the answer. A label completely covers the curved surface of the area. Calculate the area of the label as a percentage of the total surface area of the cone. So it only covers the curved surface and not the bottom surface, so we have to find the curved surface area. The curved surface area is basically pi RL, where r is the radius and L is a slanted height. Now to find the slanted height, we can use the Pythagoras theorem. So as we know that this is going to be 4 as the radius, so we have to find this length, and then we have to find the area and divide that area, divided like on the bottom of the denominator we would have this area plus the bottom area, which is going to be pi into 4 squared. So let's do it. Now first of all, what is 15 squared plus 4 squared? Square root of 15 squared plus 4 squared. Square root of 15 squared plus 4 squared is 15.5241747. Alright, and then pi RL, pi into radius is 4 into L is 15.5241747 divided by this same calculation. So just gonna copy this down here, copy and paste here, paste, yeah, the same calculation, and we're gonna add pi into 4 squared. So when you do this calculation, so we have on our top side 15.5 into 4 into pi, 4 into pi, and we have pi into 4 squared, and we will divide this thing, multiply the whole thing by 100 so that we can get a percentage into 100. Okay, that gives us some kind of error. No, okay, my bad. It gives us 79.5%, so that's the correct answer for this question. Now find it. Okay, an empty cylindrical container has a radius of 0.5 meters. 300 liters of water is poured into the container at the rate of 375 ml per second. Find the time taken in minutes and seconds for all the water to be poured in. So 300 liters, and each second you're pouring in about 0.375 liters because it's an ml. So that gives us 800 seconds, which is equals to, if you divide this by 60 into 13 is 780, so 13 minutes and 20 seconds. Calculate the height of the water in the container. Now we know that 300 liters is equals to, since 1 liter is equals to 0.001 cubic meters, 300 would be equal to 0.3 cubic. So 0.545 squared into pi into the height is equals to 0.3. So we just have to divide to h is equals to 0.3 divided by 0.45 squared into pi. Now why is this? This is because the base area times your height gives the volume of the container. So 0.3 divided by 0.45 squared into pi, which gives us 0.47 meters. So that's the correct answer for this question. Alright, now we're moving on to question number 6. So here they're given us an nth term for sequence, and if I have to find the first 3 terms, so first term is going to be 1 over 2 5, yeah. Second term is going to be 4 7, and third term is 3 over 6 plus 3 9. So 3 over 9 is equals to 1 by 3. The kth term of a sequence is 12, or you can find the value of k. So to find the value of k, we can do 12 over 2k plus 3, as this was previous in the denominator, 25. K equals to that. So hence 25k is equals to 24k plus 36. You take 24 to the other side, k is going to be 36. Find the nth term of each sequence. Okay, so this sequence, we have to find the common difference. If we look here, 6 plus 7, okay, 32 minus 13 is 19, 69 minus 32 is 37, and 130 minus 69 is 61. 19 minus 7 is 12, 37 minus 19 is 18, and 61 minus 37 is 24. Now we're at 6 and 6. So it's a cubic sequence. The formula is 6a, 12a plus 3b, 7a plus 3b plus c, and a plus b plus c plus d. Now so 6a to the bottom, 6a is equals to 6, so hence a is 1. Now we're at 12a plus 2b, 12a, so 12 into 1 is 12, 12 plus 2b equals 12, so hence b is going to be 0. I'm taking the first digits, like from starting from here, then moving on to here. Now the next one is 7, so 7a, which is going to be 7, plus b, 3b is going to be 0, so 7 plus 0 plus c is going to be 7, so hence c is also 0. And then 1 plus 0 plus 0 plus d is going to be 6, hence d is 5. And the equation format is an cube plus bn plus c, bn squared plus cn plus d. Now since our b is 0 and c is 0, we can avoid this part, and it's going to be and a is also 1, so n cubed plus 5. Okay, this is all for this question. I'm just going to add another color for this question. 100 into 50. So here you can see that we're commonly multiplying with half. So starting with 100, the formula is a into r n minus 1. So I'm multiplying with 0.5 or 1 by 2 and n minus 1. This can also be expressed as 100 into 2, 1 minus n, because this would give a negative answer and 2 raised to negative would give the same thing. So I'm going to use the other one as it looks more simple compared to 0.5. So 100 into 2, 1 minus n. That's it. Alright guys, now it's question number 7. So the first part of this question says that shows that angle ACB is 95.1 degrees, correct to 1 decimal place. Now angle ACB is this one. Now this we cannot find out directly using either cosine rule or sine rule, since this we don't have this angle, neither do we have, we don't have any of these angles, neither do we have this side. So to find this we have to use more than one step. So first of all we do 90 minus 38, which is equals to 52 for this one. So 90 minus 38, which is equals to 52, and I have based this on the conclusion that it says that B is due east of A. Alright, and then we have to find this angle. So this angle can be found using the sine rule. So sine of B over 60 equals to sine 52 over 87. B is gonna be sine inverse 60 into sine 52 divided by 87. When we solve this, it's gonna be sine inverse of 60 into sine of 52 divided by 87, which is equals to 32 point, I'm writing the full value here, 32.91919140, 32.9191919409. Alright, and to find the third angle, which we're looking for, 180 minus 32.91919409 plus 52. So if we add 52 to this and then answer 189, now this gives us 95.1, hence proof this angle is 95.1. Without stopping, the car travels from town A to town C and then to town B, returning directly to town. If the first goes from A to C, then it goes to B, and from B directly goes to A. The total time taken is 3 hours 20 minutes. Calculate the average speed. So A to C is 60 kilometers, C to B is 87, but B to A we don't know. So to calculate this distance, again we can use the sine rule. So the distance is let's say d over sine of 95.08 95.0808 0591 okay, and is equal to 87 over sine 52. 87 over sine 52, as I'm using the other side, 87 over sine 52. So d will be sine of 95.08080591 into 87 divided by sine of 52. When we figure out this, okay, so our answer here, sine of this value into 87 divided by sine of 52, that's going to be 109.9707818. Now this is not the end, this is just one of the distances. The other distances are 60 and 87, so adding up here 60 and 87, and then finally dividing it by 1 hour, 3 hours and 20 minutes, so 3 hours 1 over 3. If you add this now, fraction, add this to 60 and 87 divided by 3 whole 1 over 3, it equals to 77.1 kilometers per hour. So that's the answer. This is a 6 marker question, this is a 5 marker question, so please value it, as these questions can get you the maximum marks. Alright, now let's move on to question number 8. Now the first part shows that the equation can be written as x cube. Okay, so we basically have to expand this equation. When you're expanding this equation, okay, that's going to be x squared. When you multiply this with this, like this, x squared plus x minus 4x minus 4, which is equals to x squared minus 3x, yep, 1 minus 4 is negative 3x minus 4 multiplied with x minus 2. So when you multiply x minus 2, that's going to be x cubed minus 3x squared minus 4x minus 4x, alright, and negative 2x squared, positive 6x and positive 8. X cubed is 1, negative 3x squared, negative 5x squared, negative 4 plus 2x plus 8. So as you can see that this equation is exactly equal to this one and this one are same, hence this is the way that we show the equation. On the diagram, sketch the graph. Okay, now for this graph I'm going to be using my calculator to get the table instead of drawing it. X cubed, and this is allowed in IGCSE, 5x squared plus 2x plus 8. Now since this is, I think, a cubic graph, it's going to be difficult to draw it on the iPad, but I'm going to try my best. And I make sure that I label the points where it's crossing the axis. So negative 4 to 5, negative 4, negative 3 is 170. So okay, if you negative 3 is 170, okay, negative 1 is 0, so negative 1 0. Alright, then if you have x as 0, then y is going to be 8, so y-intercept is going to be 8 0 8, then 1 6 and 2 0 again, so 2 0, and then it goes down to negative, and then again we have 4 0, so 4 0. Alright, so it's gonna look somewhat, okay, what is the fifth one? 5 is 18, and it keeps rising beyond that, yeah. So it goes like this, intercepting here, and this is the turning point, one of the turning points. Here it turns and it goes down, rises up, and continues up. Alright, and then it goes up again. So it's somewhat in this shape, although as you draw with your hand it's going to be more precise. Now this was one of the hardest questions of this year. It's of 7 marks, so please pay attention to this question. The graph of y has 2 tangents with a gradient of 10. Find the equation of these tangents. Now whenever we work with tangents and the graph is given, we have to use the derivative of this. We have to find the derivative, which is now the derivative of this dy over dx is going to be 3x minus 10x plus 2 plus 0. So we know that 10 equals to 3x minus 10, 3x squared minus 10x plus 2. Now if you bring the 10 to that side, it's going to be a negative 8, so hence 0 equals to 3x squared minus 10x negative 8. We have this equation. Since 10 is from the gradient of 10, now the next thing we want to do is we have to solve this equation, quadratic equation. So negative 10x negative of b plus minus square root of negative 10 squared minus 4 negative 8 and 3 4ab over 2a. Yes, so let's solve this equation. What the values do we get? So negative of negative 10 plus negative 10 squared minus 4 negative 8 3 and 2 3. So one of the values is 4, another value is, it's going to be a subtraction, so negative 2 over 3. Alright, now from these x values you have to find the y values using our original equation, which is this one, 3x squared minus 10x plus 8 minus 8. So if we substitute, x is 4, 3x squared minus 10x minus 8 is 0, and x is negative 2 by 3, so 3x squared minus 10x. Alright, my bad for this. You have to use these values in the original equation, so you have to do x cubed minus 5x squared plus 2x plus 8, which gives 112 pm. So for negative 2 by 3 you have 112 over 27, and if you put this for x is 4, you have 40. So the equation, the two equations you have, you know that the equations of y equals to mx plus c, and m is gonna be 10 here, so 0 is 10, 4 plus c. As you can guess, since 10 into 4 is 40 and we want 0, so c is going to be negative 40. Hence one of the equations is y equals to 10x minus 40. And another equation is that 112 over 27 is equals to 10 negative 2 by 3 plus c. So this is going to be, if you solve this in your calculator, 112 over 27 minus 10. Now first of all we multiply 10 into negative 2 by 3, and whatever the answer we get, if we subtract that with 112 over 27, our answer, we get 292 over 27. So hence the another equation is y equals to 10x plus 292 over 27. Hence these are both the equations, 10x minus 40 as well as 10x plus 292 over 27, and that's 7 marks. Alright, now we're moving on to question number 9. So the first part of this question is to simplify this. 3x squared y to the power of 4 raised to 3, so 3 cubed is 27, x to the power of 2 into 3 would be 2 into 3 6, so x to the power of 6, and y 4 into 3 would be 12. So this would be the answer for this question, 27 x6 y to the power of 12. Okay, 16 over x to raised to 16 y raised to 8, the whole raised to negative 3 over 2. So The one better you start off with, you have to get this negative into positive. So for that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change the fractions. So let me test it out first, and then, because when you're doing something that changes the whole question from the beginning, it's always better to check out that does it still give the same answer or no. So if you basically put x16, x raised to 16, and then y raised to 8 over 16 and raised to 3 by 2, only 3 by 2, it still gives you the same answer as your previous one. Yes, so this is equals to x raised to 16, y raised to 8 over 16 raised to 3 over 2. Now what is 16 into 3 over 2? 3 over 2 is 1.5, so 16 into 1.5 is 24. So x raised to 24, y raised to 8 into 1.5, which is 12, and 16 raised to 1.5, 16 raised to 1.5 is 64. So this is going to be the answer for this part. X raised to 24, x raised to 24, y raised to 12, and over divided by 64. Factorize x squared minus 9. So this is again a very easy part, as you can see that both are x squared can be x, and 9 is again the square root of 3, so it can be x minus 3 and x plus 3. When you expand this, you get the same, so x minus 3, x plus 3. Alright, moving on to the next part. So you're asking us to simplify. Now we have already simplified x squared minus 9, x minus 3, x plus 3, 2xy. Okay, so here I think we can factor out y, 2y, x minus 3 plus 5, x minus 3. Now this will be equal to x minus 3, x plus 3 over 2y plus 5, 2y plus 5 and x minus 3. So now we can cancel out x minus 3, it's x plus 3 over 2y plus 5, x plus 3 over 2y plus 5. Alright, moving on to the next part. Now they're asking us to solve the simultaneous equation, and this is a quadratic. One of the equations is quadratic. Alright, no worries. First of all, I'm gonna y equals to 7 minus 2x and y equals to 5x squared plus 2x minus 13. Now I know that 5x squared plus 2x minus 13 is equals to 7 minus 2x. So if I do this, I mean 5x squared remains here, plus 2x, we get 2 more, so it can be 4x, negative 13, negative 7, negative 20 is equals to 0. Now we can use the quadratic formula, that is, I mean, negative 4 plus minus square root of 4 squared b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So let's figure this out. Now that is gonna be negative 4 plus 4 squared minus 4 5 negative 20 over 2 times 5. This gives, one of the solutions is 1.63 960 7805, and another solution is, when you subtract it, negative 2.4396078005. Alright, so we're gonna write these both values here. 1.64 is going to be one of the values, and negative 2.44. Now from these we determine the y values. Y is basically 7 minus 2x, so 7 minus 2, 1.63 9607 805, 3.72, and another value is negative 2.43 9607805. 11.8 and another 8. All answers are to be 2 decimal places. Alright, I guess this question ends here. Let's move on to the next question. Alright, now it's time for the final question, which is question number 10. Now here they have given us a cuboid with a square base of side x cm. CG is 20 cm. CG, which is this one, this is 20. Okay, yeah. So this is 20 cm, and AG is 28 cm. So this horizontal line is 28 cm. Calculate the value of x. We have to find the value of x. To find the value of x, we need to find the base that runs like this. So 28 squared minus 20 squared. Square root of that, square root of 28 squared minus 20 squared will give us 19.59591794. Alright, 1794. Now that is the value of x squared plus x squared and square root is equals to 19.59591794. Alright, so now how this will be 2x squared is equals to, we have to square this value. It's gonna be 384. I just squared 19.595. Now x is gonna be square root of 384 divided by 2. So square root of 384 divided by 2 is equals to 13.9. Calculate the value of x is 13.9 cm. Now there's a part B of this question. Now here they've given us a different cuboid where they have given us the height, which is 30 centimeters, and the perpendicular 37 centimeters. Calculate the lower bound of the angle KR, angle between KR and the base. So you have to find this angle, the lower bound of that. Now we know that this line is 30 cm and this line is 37 cm. So opposite and hypotenuse are given, so we have to use sine minus 1. Okay, so we have to use a small, if you want to get the lower bound, you have to use a smaller value on the numerator, which is going to be 29.5, and the larger value on the denominator, which is going to be 37.5, right? Sine minus 1, sine inverse of 29.5 over 37.5 equals to 51.9. Hence that's the answer for this. You can try this if you're unsure that which one is going to be the smaller one, so you can just put 29.5 to 30.5 and 37.5 to 36.5. In this way you'll get 56.6, which is not the smallest possible. Hence this is the correct answer, and we've reached the end of the paper. So make sure that you are following on the YouTube channel and subscribe, so that more videos, especially the 2023 May June papers, I'll try to make as many videos as us to help October November guys, as well as those appearing for May June 24. If you have any doubts, please comment below and make sure you subscribe. Bye, have a nice day.